Welcome. We the old wise guys, hosted by the more refinedly matured full-body dads. You know by now, we like a good time. We have lots of funny stories to entertain and inform you. Howdy, I'm Al Heffy, and today is a topic we all love: golf. But don't expect some lessons on how to play better. If you ever seen us golf, you know that'd be a joke in itself. No, today we're going to talk about what makes golf so much fun. Why do we love this sport so much? And we've got lots of interesting guests today. So to do this, we're moving to the first ever on-site location for the old wise guys. We're picking up our drawers, taking our beers, and we're going on site. We're joining my brother, Rex, at his golf course in Kamloops, BC. Rex, tell us where we're going.
Hey, welcome. Thanks a lot, Al Heffy. I'm so proud to welcome our nation to Bighorn Golf and Country Club here in Kamloops.
Ooh, nice.
That
Well,
sounds
this is one
great.
of Canada's true desert courses. Of course, we golfed it today with Al Heffy. The grass is short, the greens are fast. How'd you like them today, Al Heffy?
I loved it. I loved it.
If you guys ever make it out to Bighorn, we don't have a lot of trees here, but we have a lot of sagebrush. We've got a few rattlers. We got over 101 sand traps and a well-defined second and third cut. And man, that keeps you on your toes. And I know Al Haffey was in there a few times today.
And I got to tell you, Rex, it was really nice to golf with you and the boys. You golf there so much. You knew every blade of grass. They're telling me the angles on the approach shots. They're telling me where to hit off the tee box. And you know, Rex did 100%.
I guess once you play it 60, 70 times, you get to hit the fairways.
I,
So
I was just going to say that you know where to hit.
yeah, yeah, for
It's
sure.
almost cheating because you know where to go.
Anyways, just a little bit because a lot of our listeners have never been here to Kamloops. Our course kind of meanders seamlessly through this upscale community called Sun Rivers, and on the course, it provides these sweeping views of the North and South Thompson River valleys. And you can see in both directions for over 50 kilometers. And it's absolutely spectacular to play this course because of all the wonderful views.
And I got to see a few of them. We're actually sitting in their clubhouse in the bar. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the bar we're going to be having the on-site location at?
Yeah, well, Mason's Bar and Grill is basically the heart of our Sun Rivers community in the Bighorn Golf and Country Club. It's our gathering place for all the golf patrons and all the residents who also live up here. It's a very sociable place to gather. And Peter at Mason's Bar and Grill puts on just an awesome spread. The food's great. The beer is fantastic.
Well, that's great. That's great. And I got to tell you, when I was up there, something I really noticed is the camaraderie up there. It reminded me very much of Phoenix. You know, when you're living in a golfing community and everybody knows each other's and they play games together, they golf together. You know, like I wanted to have a big sing along with all these people. Kumbaya, my love, kumbaya.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That's not.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Right.
no, don't do that.
if I could just say one thing
Sure.
while we're on location at Bighorn, I think it's appropriate to acknowledge that we are on the original native territory lands here at Bighorn Golf and Country Club. In fact, the Kamloops Residential School is in view from our Bighorn location. It's just below us here. And I'd like to acknowledge the 215 children that were recently found on the school site and also acknowledge the pain and the suffering and the loss that the Indigenous people have endured here in Kamloops, but also all across Canada.
Yeah,
Here, here.
fully agree. Very sincere
Yeah.
and very respectful. I know that when I drove by and saw all those crosses on the way into your place, it was very, very moving.
Okay.
So you'll notice on when we go on site that poor Hanker's not with us.
It's so sad. I'm not there. I miss you guys already. Geez, I hope this goes well and that you can hear me with our setup that we've set up and make it all work well. I'm sure it will, but we'll find out. So yeah, I am not there. I have to work. I'm still not retired, but we'll see how she goes. Rex, did you get the gift I sent you?
Oh, I see a package, but I haven't opened it up.
It's a GPS for old men.
Well, I could use that.
Well, of course you can. It not only tells you where to go, but in 10 minutes it'll tell you why you're going there, so you don't. You can use it in your house. Why did you go to my kitchen? Why did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
You
What
can
am I
use
doing?
that.
What am I doing at Safeway? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this liquor store. All right, I remember
Oh,
now.
I can always remember the liquor store for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Let's enjoy it.
before we cut over to the location, I just want to give a big shout out to my son Chris. Normally he's a host with us, but in this case, he's doing both the audio and the video, so we can all enjoy this podcast, and we can actually see it on the No Instructions Needed YouTube channel. Now, the URL is way too long to hear it, but just go into YouTube, look for No Instructions Needed, and you'll see the old wise guys, and that's where you're going to watch that. And you'll all be seeing a lot of advertising and social media posts showing you how to get there before we actually launch this.
We should also give a shout out to Peter and all the staff that took such good care of us at Mason's Bar and Grill. They were really awesome. During the podcast, there's a ton of beers that were flowing, and the appetizers that came were awesome, and the hospitality was just superb. So Peter, shout out to you, and your place rocks, Mason's Bar and Grill. Anyways, let's get into the podcast now, and hopefully this is the part where we got started recording.
Okay, Chris, cut us over, my friend.
Can I tell you a routine that we do quite often? At least I do, right? Yeah, it's like a 4-stage thing, if I remember correctly. Number one, we get up there and we just talk about our body aches. We got back hurts, elbow hurts, knee hurts.
That's every
all that.
hole.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
But we just get a sort of a lowdown on everybody's ailments. Then after that, it's the weather. Why have you got shorts on? Why have you got long pants on? What are you doing here? You're going to be hot going forward. How many layers have you got on?
Why are you dressed like that?
Yeah, why are you dressed like that? You look like a
What
slob.
a pussy! You got your long pants on today.
Yeah, I mean that seems to be a
lot of bantering now.
A lot of bantering. And then then it gets a little serious sometimes, and we look out on number one. You're looking out west. Down the valley, the bighorn sheep are there, the sun shining over the mountains, and we just look at each other and go, fuck, we're blessed.
Like, thank God. I get it.
We are absolutely blessed. We see this freaking thing every day. Yeah, so I think that is, and I think we're all passionate about it in terms of where we live, how we play, where we play golf, our friends. We're just
We're truly blessed.
we truly. Then we ask, who has birdie juice today? And
Most important. Yeah.
Speaking of birdie juice, my brother Rex was telling me that you guys, like last podcast we had, he said, "Look, I'm not drinking on this podcast, but I was with the boys." And between the four of us, we all got like 6 birdies. And I just got wasted on the golf course. And frankly, I just didn't drink water tonight.
Yeah, well, that's a quiet day for us.
Yeah.
6 birdies each. Yeah.
But hold on. I golfed with him today and with Darcy. And there's no friggin' birdie juice on the birdies.
Oh,
Well, you haven't met our
It's
friend.
too hot.
You haven't met our friend Dan. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You guys turn religions on me.
You picked the wrong foursome.
Obviously. I was waiting for the birdie juice. How many birdies did you get?
I had one birdie. I think I had one.
Yeah. And no birdie juice to celebrate?
You know what? It was so hot out there
I
today.
didn't bring any, so I wasn't contributing.
That tequila lemonade
it was so hot out there today. Well, okay, so Steve, tell us about your favorite birdie juice, because I mean, you do have some real rippers.
Well, there are two actually that I really, really like. One is called the Brain, and it's Ripple, it's butterscotch Ripple liqueur with a dash of Bailey's, and it curdles, and it just looks like the Brain. And oh man, does it ever taste good!
It's a good one. It's a good one.
But,
That sounds bloody gross.
oh no, it's so nice. But the other one is
No, but
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Tell us about the second one.
Well, the second one is an introduction from you, actually. It's that tequila and lemonade. Keep it nice and cool, and drink that. And man, is that ever refreshing?
So,
you know?
you have a container that you keep in the fridge.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you bring it out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I introduced last year the defibrillator. And it's called the defibrillator because it's one of these gel pack things that you open up and you can place 4 cold beers that came out of the fridge in there, and you close it up. And this defibrillator had been in the freezer overnight, so it's cold. So you put the beers in there, close it up, and you have cold beer, ice cold beer for the whole round. The unfortunate part about it is it only holds 6. You know, because you want more, right? Yeah. So that's the defib. The defib is good. However,
I mean, it has saved our lives many a time.
yes, yeah. But you know, we're not bringing it out too much this year because we're trying to support our club, and we're buying our beers from the kiosk.
Why do you call it the defibrillator?
It's life saving on a hot day.
Okay.
That's about the size of it.
Now
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, I'm thinking, what the hell?
Like a defibrillator. It looks like a defibrillator. It's in the right size case. And then, of course, Steve has this great idea that he's going to paint or put a Red Cross sticker on it.
Yeah.
You know, just to
That's
disguise it.
dangerous. 'Cause
Yeah.
one day we're gonna need a defibrillator.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the top we're going to get to, though, which I want to get on, is you guys are supporting your course. So you're starting to pay for the beers because you guys are members of this course. But when you go to the courses, like one thing I've noticed in retirement, when I was at a big expense account, I would take clients out golfing and I would just buy from the golf girls and
Yeah.
just have a party all the way through. Now that I'm retired and I don't have the big expense account anymore, I'm really conservative about how much I actually buy. And the people I golf with, my old retired friends, like they bring their own sandwiches on the course, they bring their own booze on the course, and the poor girls get nothing because we don't buy anything anymore.
Yeah, you know, we're very cognizant of that, and we have been trying over the last year, wouldn't you say, guys, that we want to support the club, we want to support the girls, and we buy more than we bring on.
I said this to my brother last night. I said, you know, I haven't embraced retirement nearly as much as he has because I haven't engaged in a community yet that are like-minded. I got to start doing that. Now, it's a lot more expensive to be in a golf course in Calgary than it is here.
Right.
But
yeah.
I'm thinking it's worth the money now because I'm missing that camaraderie, that value of being committed to something again.
Oh, happy. You know what? You hit the nail on the head there. And that's why all of us here really appreciate being able to play together, to be together, to create these friendships and these bonds. Like, not only is it like golfing, like all of a sudden now, like Steve's coming to Bucerius with us, and his wife and our wives, they're all buddies and friends. And so these relationships grow.
Yeah.
And it's just good to meet new friends, be with new people.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
To add to that,
I agree with you, Rex. It is important to have good friends, especially when you're old, to be able to just have fun, and that's what you're doing, right?
But you know, Hank, I'll expand upon that a little bit too. It has sort of morphed from 8 guys or 12 guys golfing together to 8 10 wives golfing together,
Exactly.
and then so the wives go out, like they're out tonight, on ladies league and weekends, and then then it's all of a sudden it's couples playing. So it's a very, very tight community here. And just to let you know, house number 24 on Iron Gate Place is up for sale. So it's right on the golf course. You might want to come and visit it.
And that's brought to you by our sponsors, Remax
Yes.
Realty.
Jesus.
And that's not my house.
Did he
just wanted
just
a
throw a
nice
commercial in?
Holy shit. I love it.
Just for you guys who are thinking of moving here.
So anyway, Steve, I understand
Yeah.
you have to leave. But
Yes,
thank
I do.
you very much for
Yeah.
joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I think you have to go for your rectal examination. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
All that farting he does,
Yeah.
it's
I
ripped
don't-
something.
I don't enjoy it too much because she has very long nails. Yeah. All right, guys, continue. Enjoy.
Okay,
Thank
Steve.
you.
Pleasure to see
Thank
you
you.
again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Steve.
We're talking about tee boxes and what we do on tee boxes.
Yeah, well, Steve, definitely. There's some routine, especially the first hole. Everybody kind of gets caught up with the latest gossip and talk about the weather and what you're wearing and who dresses you and blah blah. But after, I mean, there's a lot of backslapping and bugging each other, but that's just that breaks the ice, and it allows everybody to kind of be more relaxed on the rest of the tee boxes and talk about something more important, like
what kind
Weather.
of underwear you have on today?
Oh, and by the way, that's really important what kind of underwear you play with, because as you get older in life, those young people on our call
Don't wear white underwear.
don't wear wet underwear.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
the older you get,
brown or yellow is the best color, I think.
the hotter they become, just so you know. So we used to take clients golfing, and it was the tee boxes that we'd talk about the deals. And in retirement,
Right?
now we talk about what fucking ails us.
Yeah, that's
Right?
definitely.
We talk about the latest joke we've heard. So I'll give you one. So, a buddy of mine was golfing in Hawaii, and on the front nine, because he was by himself, and he couldn't realize where he was. So he went up to the lady up in front of him, a hole in front, and said, by the way, I'm really sorry, but I'm not sure what hole I'm on. She says, well, I'm on hole 5, so you must be on hole 4. All right, so he goes off. Back 9, he gets confused again. And he sees her, and he comes up on a par 3, and he says, I'm really sorry. Can you tell me again where I am? I'm not sure what direction to go. She says, well, I'm on hole 12, so you must be on 11. So he's in the bar afterwards, at the golf game, and he sees her sitting in the bar, and he says to the bartender, he says, who is she? She was very sweet to me. He says, well, she's a local, and she's a sales lady. He says, well, I'm a sales guy. He goes over, he says, I want to thank you for helping me today. I understand you're a sales lady. Like, can I buy you a drink? They start talking. He says, what do you sell? She says, well, you'll laugh at me. I don't want to tell you. He says, no, tell me. I promise I won't laugh. I'm actually a tampon sales lady. I sell tampons to the retailers, right? And he just starts fucking laughing and just rolling on the floor. And she says, I told you you'd laugh at me. He says, no, I'm not laughing at you. He says, I'm a sales guy too. I happen to sell Pepper H&H. So I'm still a hole behind you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well done.
Interesting hole. So, would you guys mind introducing yourselves
Yeah, my name's Tori
with a T?
with a T. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tori, where are you from?
I'm from Kamloops.
Kamloops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally we don't call Tori. It depends on the day. Generally it's Johnny Vegas, but
Johnny Vegas.
He looks like a.
we all have an alter ego, as you know. Except for me, I'm pretty straight and narrow. But this is Darcy, and as you can see, Darcy has a bit of a liver problem, and it's mostly caused by golf.
Yeah.
But he's a good friend. He sacrifices, as you can see, for the friendship.
All right, so So why are you carrying a photo of a full-size photo of Darcy with you guys in the golf carts?
Well, because he can't. He's not with us anymore.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay, our condolences.
He's married.
Oh, fucking asshole.
Oh,
Exactly.
very nice.
Oh
Very good.
my God.
Darcy.
He got married a few years ago.
Darcy got married.
We've been taking this around with
Oh,
us.
this is hilarious. That's a great.
This cutout goes way back.
Yeah.
We had a stag for Darcy in Scottsdale,
Yeah.
and last minute he couldn't make it. So we decided to take him on the plane. So we made the cutout. He came down to Scottsdale, and he partied harder than any of us.
A rock star, eh?
Darcy, don't do anything Darcy would do.
Yeah. Okay. I like the guy already.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your first name.
Sean.
Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean. So for those guys that aren't watching the video, these two boys have a full-size poster of their buddy dressed in a suit, and they're walking around with it.
And he's got a golf ball right through his liver.
Yeah.
Nice hole. It's beautiful.
I'm impressed because this is my first podcast, but I didn't know that you just generally drank beer and wore golf clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because we're the old wise guys.
Like this, it's really that fucking simple.
Now here's what we got to talk to you guys about. Like, how the hell was your golf game today? Like, what'd you guys shoot?
What was I?
It was a rough day, but
Yeah.
our best had a 77. All the rest of us hovered up.
I was in the
in the
80s.
high 80s.
That's
Yeah.
not bad, especially here at Bighorn. That's pretty respectable, boys.
Fuck off. You guys are great golfers. Holy shit.
Terrible golfers, but we're honest.
77
On it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, honest golfers.
That's
Are
20
there any of
strokes
those?
they got on you.
So let me ask you, what was the best tee box story on the golf course today, or any day?
I won't say today, but a few years back, my brother and I both hit hole-in-ones on the same hole on the same
Get
day.
off it.
Two brothers golfing. One was finesse, so my brother put it an inch from the cup.
Yeah.
And then I banked mine in. It's just dumb luck.
Unbelievable.
Same hole, same.
Are you shitting me? Holy crap. So for the non-golfers, that's like a lightning strike.
It's like a double
I
A.
said one in 21
You got
million odds.
bragging rights,
Whoa.
for sure.
Yeah.
So let me ask you another question. Did you have birdie juice?
I didn't have birdie juice.
No birdie
I
juice.
had no idea I was supposed to go to the clubhouse and buy a round for everybody.
Oh no.
So I broke some rules that
How
day.
much did it cost you? Oh,
Nothing.
You didn't.
No.
Nothing.
You should have bought.
Oh, he just avoided it. Yeah.
So in other words, you're just too fucking cheap to go buy everybody around.
Perhaps.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So for people, when you get a hole in one, the rule is you buy the entire bar around. That's the rule.
Yeah.
You got one, right?
I got a hole in one, and the best part about that was that I was with my hockey team, and you know what? I didn't mind buying everyone a beer because it was so fucking awesome to have a hole in one in front of my golf team. So you know how it is.
So I don't understand the rule though. Like, if you get the fucking hole in one, why aren't they buying you?
Well, that's what I thought.
Weird, eh?
Right. What's up with that? I agree.
Like, yeah, I've never had a hole in one, so I've never had to do it. But
right.
as an old retired fart on a pension, I'm saying, fuck you. I'm not buying you beer. You buy me beer.
Hey, Masons is back here. Look at that.
All right, more
Cheers, yeah.
from Masons.
Hey, anything that makes me feel funnier or better looking?
All right, we're in.
All right,
Cheers, you guys.
So what do you guys do for a living? Just let me know what you do for a living real quick.
Yeah. So I'm in Kamloops. I help people buy and sell homes.
Oh, so you're a realtor,
Oh,
okay?
Nice
And
business
what do you
man.
do?
Yeah.
I'm an electrical superintendent, which means I don't work in town at all, ever.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Tori.
Hank, you got a question.
Tori and Sean. Here goes the question. Today, did you fart on the golf tee box? Or did you wait till you were in the fairway away from everybody else?
I pissed on the fairway, but I didn't fart.
I'd like to say that I'm dismayed by the size of your hand, and it might be the perspective, but they look so large, they're intimidating. And it could be the screen, but I imagine that for yourself, it's also sometimes dismaying, right?
Well, what about the fart?
Oh yeah, I did many times.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So were they like really good ones?
Well, what I've found is the like anything, if you hit bombs down the fairway all the time or fart on the tee box, people just accept it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because we're all guys. Like, it's okay to fart.
It's about regularity.
Exactly.
Like your awkward large hands.
Like your awkward large hand.
I'm glad he's.
So Hank, what is the thing with you and farts? Like, you're just all over that today. Like, did something happen? Did you have a prostate exam or something? And something happened
yeah,
you don't want to tell us about?
I did actually, and when that's happening, anything goes, and you can get away with it. But,
whatever turns you on, Hank.
Yeah.
He's got big hands, so we got to be nice to him.
Hey, boys, I just got a question for you. Now, there's a lot of golf etiquette that people like to, some people get upset, some people don't. I mean, is there any golf etiquette that like really pissed you off today? Like, tell me about it.
So we're playing our round, and we're a little slow because it's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hard to play fast golf when it's hot. And someone called us in, and then came out and gave us shit for being a little slow. And when you look back and it's two people behind you, all they had to do was come up and say, "Hey, do you mind if we play through you?"
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to call in and get the warden on it.
Hold on, I'm confused. You guys are golfing in the 70s and 80s, and you're slow?
Golf's about being friendly.
Yes.
Well, and you got your buddy here too. Like, I mean,
Look at he's smiling.
I know you got to chat him up and do all the right stuff.
Yeah, I guess there was 5 of us on the course too.
Yeah, there's 5.
So here's what I
want to hear your story.
Okay, here's what I do when I'm a little slow, because I don't golf in the 80s. I'm more the 90s and the 100s. So what I do when I'm golfing and I'm a little slow, I'll go to the golf girl, the bartender.
Yeah.
And I'll say, okay, I want to buy the people behind me around. So make sure that you go and you chat them up. Here's an extra $5, and just slow them down. Around on me, slow them down. It works like a charm. Unless
that's a great idea.
You're golfing
good
behind
idea.
Mormons, and it fucks up.
Yeah. Or you're golfing and there's no cart.
Yeah,
girl.
Mormons don't drink.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're not in, Salt Lake City when you're doing that.
Did they hit the ball up to you, to the fact that it rolled up to your feet or beyond?
Oh
Or
no,
they-
that would have been a problem. No, they never did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's happened to me a couple times,
Yeah.
and magically my foot or the golf court just happened to run over the ball
Accidentally. Yeah.
accidentally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to keep the etiquette going, right?
All right. So golf etiquette.
Hold it. Just I got one more question, and
Okay.
I almost
I like
forgot
these
it because I'm an old fart, right?
Because he's
And
old.
I always forget.
He is
So I
old.
want to put this in. Sorry, all happy, but I want to know how many beers you drank on the course today.
If my wife's not listening, 6.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And she is.
And she is too. Yeah.
Well done, boys. And to strike.
You guys drink 6 beers in the golf course.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed. You guys are.
And
are
my
real
And my
champions.
brother
That's
wouldn't
gentlemanlike,
wouldn't,
right?
wouldn't
Yeah.
drink one beer.
No.
Not he get 2 birdies, and I didn't get 1 birdie juice.
Okay, so let me qualify
So
this.
you guys are brothers?
We're
Yeah.
brothers.
Oh, wow.
So here's
You
what
don't look
happened.
like it, do they?
Well,
Yeah,
'cause-
I'm better
I'm
looking.
going to tell you the story because he comes into town yesterday, and Christopher, our producer,
From where?
I'm not from here. I'm not from here.
I hate to tell you, I could tell.
yeah, exactly. It's his goddamn accent. So, anyways,
How could you tell?
That's what,
he shows up at my place, and we have a few cocktails. It was 2 a.m. before we went to bed. We got to tee off at 10 o'clock, and I'm thinking like, Jesus, why does it hurt when I pee? Why is my mouth so dry? So a couple of Tylenols and
Now, who do you think is the older brother, by the way? I was waiting for a beer. I was, by 10 o'clock, I was looking for the next Britsky.
Al Happy had a beer at the turn, which I was quite impressed with.
so Rex, he phoned me. He texted me around 8 or 9 o'clock. So
8
obviously
or 9
he was
o'clock.
awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was alive. And the first thing he said is, "I drank too much."
Yeah, there's a sweet spot when you're playing golf and you need to have a couple drinks to loosen up, but then you got to find this sweet spot because you play really
Exactly.
good in it.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
brilliant.
And
Yeah,
then, but
yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
go past that sweet spot, you unravel, and then you're
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
So how many times do you guys come off the course? Like,
Every time. I don't know the rest of the question.
So-
I love you
so
guys.
you haven't found the sweet spot. You just keep fucking going.
But you search for it always. You know what I mean? Like you're searching for your 72, and you might 72 might be the
Yeah.
age of your next lover. I don't know.
Yeah.
All that's important is that your boundaries aren't so constricting.
Yeah.
That life isn't very fun, which I suspect that you gentlemen understand.
Well,
No.
I can relate to that because I see your buddy here. What's his name again?
Darcy.
He's a little stiff, but he's.
He loosens up if you get to know him.
I could see him just ripping.
I bet you guys probably had a lot of fun, Darcy, before we lost him too.
You guys are awesome. I can't
To
believe
his
you bring
wife.
Darcy out to all these events.
Well,
Darcy, you're one lucky dude, man.
Darcy, we love you.
He's got friends.
Yeah. Isn't that sweet?
Oh my God! Should we all kiss Darcy? We can. It's COVID. We can. It's COVID.
I just one of the best golfers we know.
Oh, really?
Good, great human too, by the way.
Oh.
And really
Yes.
great human.
This is priceless.
And he's a father.
Yeah. Beautiful family.
He's got to be a great dad.
Oh, great golfer too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
not a golf. When you got kids, though, your golfing goes down drastically because the wife gets really fucking mad when you go, 5-6 hours the golf course.
Yeah.
It's a thing about, why can't you spend time with us and the kids?
Yeah.
So you guys look like you're both. So you're married, but
Yeah. We both have young kids, and when you have young kids, you're in the trenches, just trying to survive. You've got a bayonet, and you're losing sleep, and you're trying to get on. If you ruin the schedule, it's over. So I feel like right now we got to put our time in, but as the kids get older, we'll be able to golf more. I'm hoping. Is that how it
Look at
works?
us. Look at
I think
us.
that's how it
We're
works.
retired.
The best part about that, I'm sorry, Al Happy. The best part about that is eventually you're going to be able to teach your kids how to golf.
Yeah.
And you get them out on the golf course. And that is just the most fantastic thing.
Yes.
Like now I've got 3 boys and they're all just like awesome golfers. My son found out that Al Happy was in town today. He said, Dad, you want to come join me at men's night? I said, sorry, Al Happy's here and we're playing a big one. Dad, I'm coming down. I'll be there for the first 9. So he played 9 holes with us. Then he goes out to men's night, play Kamloops. And I just thought that was so fantastic that he came out to join us.
Yeah, that's really sweet of him.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to my nephew.
Is there a better babysitter than 5 hours on a golf course?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it.
My son,
It's quality time.
he's 1 year old and he's just learning to walk. And when I let him out for 5 hours by himself on the golf course, my wife doesn't love it, but for me, it's empowering.
Perfect. No,
Yeah.
that you're on the right direction. I think you got it.
A friend of ours, her name's Megan Bruneau. She became a psychologist. She's from Kamloops and moved to New York, and she became quite famous and wrote books, and became friends with Deepak Chopra, who wrote Golf: The Game of Enlightenment, which is a book that everybody should read, and it explains exactly what you're saying, which is how golf is life. When I was younger and I would interview people for jobs, I would take them golfing for the interview.
And why would
Are
you
you
do
serious? That's a hell of a way
That's a
to do
really
an
good way.
interview.
And here's the reason. You have 4.5 hours to spend with somebody, and you're going to find out everything about them. You're going to find out if they cheat at golf, if they foot wedge it out, if they lie about their score, if they're very truthful to a fault.
Yes.
You're going to find out if they swing for the fences and slice it all the time.
A lot about their character.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
But even probably more important if they fart on the tee box.
Or if they tell terrible jokes on the tee box.
You can't find out from golf.
The only thing I wanted to say is I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I always thought it would be cool to be on one. So you guys made my day.
We're making history.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
great having you guys. It's been a real pleasure.
Well, I hope we see you again, and maybe around a golf and not over a podcast.
Oh, that'd be perfectly cool. We have a special guest here who just dropped in, and I'd like to introduce him. Who we have here today is Peter, and Peter is the owner of Mason's Bar and Grill up here, the heart of our community here. Hey, Peter, welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm excellent with this weather, and how are you guys?
Right on. Yeah, really good. We actually got out with golf today.
Right now, I'm mad because you look like you're tanned. Like, for God's sakes,
Yeah.
we're all white, and you're tan. Like you've been living here. Like,
Oh, it's the pigments in my skin, you know. If I look out the window, I turn like your shades. I just turn brown.
I just thought it's a beautiful weather. You get up here in Kamloops, like.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I think
gorgeous
it's
day here.
almost like he must have played already like 100 rounds of golf this year. He's got that beautiful.
Well, look at my hands. If that was the case, one of my hands would be whiter than the others.
Where the
So
glove goes,
they're the
eh?
same, yeah. So,
Good point.
So
I
you're
was working hard.
so you're the owner of this fabulous bar we're sitting in right now. Restaurant.
That's true. Yeah, I was close to retirement, and then somebody called me and said, you know, up there's something.
One thing I wanted to ask Peter, that a lot of you people probably don't know, but I got to play golf with Peter last week, and this Cowboys got a bit of a golf game. Kind of impressed.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty good. So you know, maybe you could tell us what your handicap is. Like, you know, what do you usually shoot when you're out there?
Well, I mean, I don't go to driving ranges ever, but I play 10 rounds a season. But I do a lot of studying about what should be done and whether it helps or not. But I love it so much to be just on the green, and if I can, I walk.
Okay,
Right?
that sounds good.
Maybe that inspires me. My handicap was up to a 12, and I decided not to become any better because single digit, you have to spend half your life there.
Yeah.
You get angry sometimes.
Yeah.
You need a shrink, right? You lose your wife and all that. So, no.
The question is, do you fart on the golf tee box, or do you wait until you're on the fairway away from everybody else?
Wait.
Oh, nice.
He's a polite gentleman.
He is very polite. Very polite.
Clearly, we're not.
It's part of the food services kind of regulations, though.
That's
I think,
probably
like,
it.
Yeah, you can't fart in the restaurant, but you can
No.
fart in the back.
No, you know, and I like the song "The Wind of Change" by the Scorpions, but that wind needs to be not on the tee box.
So Peter, Peter, is it okay to fart on your deck?
But
Can we fart on your deck?
We shouldn't talk.
yeah, but only with reservations, right?
Yeah.
You got to call
give a
us,
reservation, especially
and
Rex.
we can push you out there. Yeah.
You guys are silly. You're silly.
So, good question. You got another one for me?
Well, the other one is while you were talking there, you said you don't necessarily practice, but have you ever had lessons, and did it help?
Yeah, I took lessons in Palm Springs and here and there, and you know what? They all started at the same point, and they all took my money. And I don't believe in it anymore. There's good videos out there. And, hey, watch the PGA. You learn a lot from that. Look at this big guy. What's his name? Mil Fickelson or whatever his name. He just won at the age of 65,
50.
right?
He just won a
Yeah,
tournament.
So teachers or whatever instructors might help a little bit, but you know, and they only let you progress so you take more lessons. So I like them all. We need them, but I don't need them.
Yeah, and they always screw you up. I know El Hefty's had lessons. I've had lessons. Rex, you and I never talked about this, but
yeah,
guaranteed,
you're
they will
right.
screw you up somehow, and it takes a year to get back.
I had
For
the best.
example, in my case, is my drive, right?
You know, I had the best golf game, handicap 12, and I was supposed to see 2 or 3 knuckles of my hand, right, when I have my grip. Guess what? I never saw any knuckles, but I was a 12 handicap, and then I was trying to see my knuckles, and I went down to a 16. So
Funny how that works.
Okay, so
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is more of a group chat, not just to Pete, but to everybody. We talk about golf etiquette, right? This is about golf scores. So when you're playing tournament, for sure, you got to play by the rules. But when you're playing with the buddies, do you bend the rules?
Well, yeah. Well, I think we have gimmies like you know, we don't want people to like sort of spend a lot of time doing a 2-foot putt. So we just do a gimme and let her go.
How about things
How about
like
do-overs?
maybe like I'll give you an example of my world.
yeah,
If I'm hitting my ball to a tree and I can see the roots, I'll move it off the roots. And I do it because one time I hit a root with my swing and fucking took out my shoulder for a week.
Yeah, that's not good.
Right.
That's
So I
not
said,
good.
okay, if I'm gonna get in danger, I'm moving off. When I golf in Phoenix, I don't go into the bush because there's fucking rattlesnakes.
or wasps.
Yeah. So fuck that.
Yeah, well, then I think what you should do when you're playing with your buddies, get everybody's consent so it stays fair in the group.
Right.
Right? And yeah, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't like the gimmies.
Yeah, I think that's.
I-
I've seen
don't
people missing 1-foot putts.
Yeah.
And if you're a weak putter or you get nervous, put it in the hole.
Yeah,
Really, eh?
right on. Put it in the hole.
Hank.
That works for more than one.
Hank is the king of gimmies. Hanker, what do you think about that?
I like this rule. We should make it part of our golfing.
I think we should all stop the gimme thing. At least I'm gonna stop the gimme. You guys.
I don't like it.
all
I
you
like the
want, but
gimmies.
You're only gonna get better if you can practice.
I agree.
Like mulligans are the same thing, right?
Yeah,
So you
mulligans, I
whack
never
this
take
thing
mulligan.
out there in the bush, and then your buddies can say, we're not counting for handicap. Here's a mulligan. But honestly, if you do the handicap thing, it's an honesty principle. There is no mulligan.
Yeah, I agree totally.
And mulligan is a city and
Oh
island.
yeah, no, hold on. I agree with you. If you're using your handicap for a
Yes.
tournament, you can't fucking sandbag.
Yeah.
I get that.
Your branch or the tree. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the rules, but I would just take a penalty and save my wrist.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
But I wouldn't do it same as you don't do it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I wouldn't take the penalty though,
No, I know.
because it's not my fault I'm old.
No, and
And
it's
that the tree was there.
The
You
tree
didn't
was
plant
there.
the tree, so
And the
Man-made
tree's
tree
older
was
than
like
I am, for
before.
Christ's sakes,
man-made
Darcy.
obstacle.
Like Darcy, the tree's older than I am, so it's got the right to be there.
Is anything older than you?
There's the other.
My brother is older than me.
There's one thing I want to say here, and I've golfed with Darcy quite a few times. He is a very honest golfer, and he understands that when you play golf, you're not playing against anyone else. You're playing against yourself. So there's no sense taking a mulligan. There's no sense not putting out, because you have to be honest and fair with yourself. And that's one thing I really respect about you, Darcy. When he tells me he shoots 95, I know it was a true 95. And that's the way golf should be, in my opinion.
So Darcy, I love you, dude.
Thank you, but I'm married.
Last year, before the COVID stuff, we had this golf tournament with Sun Rivers. With Sun Peaks.
Right.
And Peter brought down. You got a couple of restaurants up in Sun Peaks.
In that ski resort, yeah.
Ski resort. So Peter knows a bunch of people up there. He brought a bunch of people who play the Sun Peaks golf course down to Bighorn, and we all teamed up and went out and played the course here. And the idea was that we'd play one round here at Bighorn and then the second round up at Sun Peaks. And then we would compare our scores. But what was really fun about that, Peter, was the competition. Oh, it was the best and most intense day I had playing golf. But it was a fun day.
The one construction,
and everyone had a bunch of beers after and stepped in.
So Pete, I want you guys to tell me. I didn't know Sun Peaks had a golf course. So tell us a little about your golf course, because I didn't know you had a golf course up there.
Second highest golf course in Western Canada. I think Kananaskis is higher. Very, very, very short first nine, long next nine. Always this beautiful view to the peak of the mountain, right?
Yeah, because it's beautiful up there in Sun Peaks.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
where's the golf course relative to the mountain? Because I've skied Sun Peaks.
Well, it meanders around the village, actually. Yeah, on the other side when you drive up to the right hand side. But it's an interesting golf course.
I never noticed it.
Ball gone, ball is gone.
All right, so to our viewers, listeners, you got to get up there and golf that course.
Yeah.
And Pete, what's your restaurant called up there?
Powder Hounds.
Powder Hounds?
Yeah, release the hounds.
Release the hounds.
That's right.
There you
That
go.
sounds like a friggin' golf course or a pub I want to go to after a round of golf.
So, Peter, who's the famous downhill skier that's associated, a female?
Oh, Nancy Green.
Yes, nice lady. Met her.
Nancy Green.
The Mars Bar girl.
A good friend of ours and unbelievable personality.
Yes, very nice. Very nice lady.
She still lives there and has been here a couple of times in the restaurant we're in now.
Oh, so you've been here a few times.
Yeah, I can say we're friends.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we're still in contact with them, and they lived on River Shore Golf Course a lot, and they played this a few times, and yeah, it's great.
I'll tell you, Nancy Green was one of my biggest heroes when I was a kid.
1968.
Yeah.
Two gold medals. Grenoble.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Great Canadian.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't say that my mother-in-law bootlegged for her?
Well, we have a new guest here.
We have a new guest.
By the way. We'd like to welcome Roxanne to our podcast. Roxanne, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh my goodness. Okay, my name is Roxana. He, left off the A, but that's okay.
Roxanne,
Yeah. Lived on this beautiful golf course for the last 2 years. Just was out taking lessons so that I can actually play on the golf course, not just look at it. And love it.
I'm sorry, Roxana. Are you the pro? You're the one of the pros here?
No, I'm the one taking the lesson for the second time because I failed the first time.
Oh, okay. So you're not the pro.
I'm definitely not Kathy Goop.
Not yet.
A wannabe golfer.
I saw you putting down there maybe a week ago. That looked really like advanced stage of putting knowledge. Really.
Why, thank you, Peter.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later.
Very calm hand, look down on the ball. I mean.
Peter, you're just a softie.
Oh, geez.
I thought your swing sucked. I'm just saying.
Well, then you were watching.
Get back out there. Do it again.
So Roxanne, what type of lessons are you taking here? Like you're just learning how to golf, and so you decide to take some lessons. Like what do they teach you?
So this is called Operation 36, and the idea is to do 9 holes in 36 strokes or less.
Wow,
so
I wish I could do that.
It's all about the short game.
Okay.
So gentlemen that are golfers, what percentage of a golf game takes up of your score takes up your short game?
You know what? You hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely right. Short game.
Short
Putting,
game.
chipping.
Yeah.
70%.
Yep. Between 65 and 70%.
Because you can get to 100, 150 yards in a stroke or two.
Absolutely. So then it's all about the short game. So that's what we're learning. Putting and pitching wedge, sand wedge. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Well, so I understand that like you take a lesson and then you go out and actually play the course, right? So how do they they bring that concept into playing the course?
Well, so from the Operation 36 part, you basically just start from, say, 25 meters from the hole, then you back it up to 50. Then if you get better, you go to 75, 100. But it's all about getting that short game in. So when you do make those beautiful long drives, the short game's already a winner.
Absolutely, that's fantastic.
It's a great way to learn.
My wife also took that 360 and she just thought it was fantastic as well. Good for you gals getting out. By the way, today is actually Women's Day for golf in Canada. And so we're really pleased to have some women up here at Bighorn come into our podcast. The whole thing is by the way, it's ladies' night up here tonight. So we're hoping to get a few more gals come talk to us.
All right. So I want to interrupt just for a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hank has a poll. Hank has a poll going. And I think that we got to think about if this is appropriate
and ask the
for
question.
the women.
We should ask the question.
We can always edit if it.
All right.
No editing.
And if you're uncomfortable with this, you just tell us.
Okay.
Okay. What's the poll question?
Okay, so it's a yes or no answer, but you can embellish all you want. Did you fart on the golf course tee box with everybody around you, or did you wait until you're on the fairway and nobody knew?
Neither.
Oh, come on, that's not true.
Neither. I'm not a fart girl. Sorry.
No fart girl. All right.
Not a fart girl.
Well, you just made them.
That's a really good answer,
I don't
Roxanne.
think farting is very sexy.
Roxana.
So now, here's a second question. Like, when the four women are on the golf course, what topics come up on the tee box?
Wine.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good topic. What about travel?
Travel? Well, that's what I do for a living, right? So it's always in my vocabulary.
What do you mean that's what you do for a living? I understand
I
that.
owned a travel agency for 27 years.
Oh my God!
Oh,
COVID. So tell us about COVID.
Hey, how long do you have?
not that long.
Yeah.
Because your industry just got hammered.
Well, lucky for me, I sold my business just before it got hammered.
No kidding.
So I was very lucky, and I
Good for
did
you.
very well with the sale of my business, and now I work for the people who bought me, and they're still paying me.
Wow, congratulations.
Wow,
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I used to call myself a charity golfer because, as a small business owner, you were always in charity golf tournaments. So I was a charity golfer. Now I want to be one of those people that can go play in the charity golf tournament because I'm actually decent enough to win a prize or something.
Right on. Good for you.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I have one thing that I'd like to say about Roxana.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. He's adding the A to the end of my name.
Yay.
Appreciate that.
Roxana, you are just rocking our Instagram account at Bighorn Golf and Country Club. I think it would be great if all our listeners could subscribe to the Bighorn Instagram account, because I'll tell you, I just love what you put on there. The photographs, the pictures, and the golf specials. Folks, if you want to look for a good value, just check out our Instagram there, because Roxanne's sending out these incredible times and fees. Wow. Well done, Roxana. Thank you.
Thank you.
Roxana, well done. Cheers to Roxana.
Cheers.
I love the way we always have to have a drink. Perfect. Gentlemen, this has been, and ladies, this has been a hoot. I first want to say thank you, Rex, for setting this event up at Bighorn Golf Course and the Mason Restaurant. Pete did a great job tonight. Really had a lot of fun. Darcy, any famous
This is
last
not the
words?
cardboard cutout Darcy. This is the real Darcy, right?
What's that? I get
There
it.
was
Good thing
another
you point
Darcy
that out.
earlier in the podcast, which may or may not show up.
This is the talking
This
Darcy.
is the talking Darcy. Not
No,
the
this is a
cardboard
golf.
cutout.
Yeah, I golf with this guy today.
Yeah. But I could have golfed probably as good as the cardboard cutout. Maybe he would have beat me, though.
So did El Jefe slow you down or something that you could have
Yeah,
done
a
better?
little bit. He's very competitive,
there we
as
go.
we
There
earlier
you go.
found out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, I had a very good time in this podcast, my very first. So that's why it sounds very amateurish with my voice. I don't have that radio voice. It's probably more of a twangy, high-pitched voice. So I apologize.
Darcy, did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Well, we're so glad to have you on our podcast.
Thank you.
Because you know what? You are your designation. Gender designation is an FO, like us.
Kissing SL?
No, OF.
OF. Oh yeah.
Remember we
but
talked
I'm the
about
youngest OF here.
Our designation's OF. Old farts.
Isn't there like a subcategory where I could be a YOF, like a young old fart?
Well, how young are you?
Only 57. I haven't even hit the 60.
Oh, you're a spring chicken.
Yeah, you biker.
Yeah, you're only 57. Get out. You should know. My God, you're not an FO yet.
I know. Well, you're calling me.
You're too fucking young.
You're painting us all with one brush. Just because I golf with you.
You see that?
Doesn't put me into the FO category.
You see that? That's exactly right. We're painting with a brush. You're independent.
I don't mind being with you guys.
You're an independent guy with your own
please
will.
Have me anytime you can.
All right,
Darcy. All you gave El Jefe was an excuse to say why you beat him.
Yeah. It was my flexibility. More
go.
flexibility, and that's not very much to begin with.
I'm pretty sure Darcy has beat me once or twice this year.
Once, but that was barely. But you hammered me the rest of the time.
Rex, do you want to say good night, goodbye?
I'm just so proud of our community here, Bighorn Golf and Country Club, Mason Bar and Grill. Wonderful people. It was an honor to have El Jefe out golfing with us today. It's such a beautiful time of year to golf out here because the hills are green, the golf course is lush, and the greens are fast. And we had a great day out there. We had a great day at the podcast. I'm just beaming, guys. Thank you for coming out and being live on site here. Cheers.
Holy crap, that was long. Yeah, now they're applauding. Dean's got fans.
We got audience here.
Okay, Rex has fans now. Okay, he's got fans.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Hanker, do you want to say goodbye?
Yes, I guess I have to say goodbye. So, and I realize I heard there's a dinner tonight. I'm not there. I heard there was some extra drinks coming up. I'm not there. Another game of golf. I'm not there. Rex, the next time I'm out, make sure I'm golfing with your friends again.
Well, for sure. One thing I want to know, I want to know, Hank, how many beers did you drink during this podcast?
I actually went through 3 tall boys.
Okay,
that's
now
good.
That's good. I mean, we are probably on number 3 or 4 here. The other thing is, did you fart in your seat today?
Or did you wait until you left the room?
Yeah, my working seat, but not my podcast seat. How's that?
Good boy. Good answer.
Yeah.
I don't know why farts are so fucking big right now, but all right.
Well,
seems to be the fucking. This is
been,
not the flow of our podcast. It's about farts. Just so you know that.
Yeah, but on the golf course, people fart. We know that. They've been lying. By the way, the poll has it pretty much even of yes, no, and no, and none at all. So there we go.
All right,
well
so
done.
I'm gonna end off by saying thanks for being great host. Guys, if you like this, listen on July 28th. We are doing a podcast in Penticton at Painted Rock. It will be a friggin' hoot.
And all 3 of us will be together.
With John Skinner, the owner of Painted Rock. It's one you want to pay attention to and come enjoy it. It will be a fabulous evening.
You got it.
Play the fucking music!
Yeah, baby. I love those.
Give that Chris a beer or something.